listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, world? We are back live and direct here with the Party Nerds podcast. As you can see, we got the whole gang back with us for once.
I'm back.
Can't take it. Good old Ralphie. Finally,
right.
The country of Italy finally let his ass back. He was extradited because of, unfortunately, his ass is, he was trouble out there.
What happened was it was border security. Again, the line was moving.
What borders?
It's not
no border.
It's border patrol, TSA, whatever, pre-check. Anyway, either which way, I'm back, baby. I got a nice little bottle of red. Okay, I've been sipping all night. You know what I'm saying?
You can see through his wine. Okay.
Okay, hold on a second, because it was a little bit. I put some water. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was comprehending everything tonight, but a little bit of water right now. Don't worry about the scenery, what happened, and just know I'm back. I know you missed me. I can't wait to talk about some of this good stuff.
We did. We missed you, man. We're glad that the country of Luxembourg finally let you back.
It was Italy. You're getting the countries messed up.
You mean Liechtenstein? What are you talking about?
No, what? God, we're Italy. We're just gonna keep rolling with this because I'm back. We're gonna keep rolling because I'm back.
Yeah.
So
good to have you back, bro.
Good to have you back. You even got the signature fedora, so
Yeah,
this for
looking good.
He got it.
So
he got
of course we're via satellite. Haas is here. Jorge is somewhere in some hotel room, as you can see by that top right hand corner of his screen. He is like that. That's a peephole. That's a peephole, and he's doing some dirt right now. As you can see, that wristband.
He's somewhere smuggling Mexican midgets at the border.
Yeah, see that wristband? You don't get that wristband unless you're in the Illuminati. So,
man,
that's just his thing. But the biggest thing, of course, we felt like after X-Men 97, you people just really didn't want to fuck with us, because after we got finished talking about that, we said we were going to start bringing up other shit. We got Acolyte next week, and then literally the week after that, we got House of Dragon. But today, we all pretty much got to see Furiosa. We had a screening over in what was it, King of Prussia, that a few of us got to see, and a lot of us got a chance to see it over the weekend. And I hope that people do get the show out, because the reaction that I'm getting from a lot of people is that who've seen the movie has been nothing but greatness. But the thing is, what's happening nowadays, I guess in 2024, with everything as far as the economy is concerned, movie theaters are like dismal as far as just putting out product, and that people are going to in droves, because the numbers are not matching what the movie should be.
Absolutely.
If I'm looking at it directly, Memorial Day weekend is usually a big day for blockbuster films, and it's only registering $31 to $34 million for the weekend. The prior movie that came out in the Mad Max franchise, which was Fury Road, which was also fucking excellent, did 45 to 48, and also was released around like June. So it was released in the summertime, and of course did that well. And people thought, because of the campaign that Furiosa put out, that it was going to do monstrous numbers. But it's not the telling of a bad movie. It's not like this sucks. It's not. It's extremely motherfucking entertaining. But hopefully we get a chance to talk about it, and we got some reviews. So I know, Hodge, you got it on his background music. What are you thinking of the shit so far?
Nah, it's entertaining. Chris Hemsworth is great.
Yo, as a villain,
he is great.
He's great as a villain.
He's great in it.
He's absolutely great as a villain.
Yeah, he's extremely entertaining. He really killed that role. Like I'm actually impressed with the because I was kind of thinking like, is he gonna
the nose bothered me in the beginning.
It did, but I got over that quickly. But I thought he was gonna be like silly Thor. Like I was like, he'll probably just be Thor silly just in the Mad Max universe. And nah, he was like, he really acted Like
Right.
it was dope. I didn't see Thor at all. Like it was great.
Word. And
Well, that says a lot.
What
It
this is the
does.
thing, because you all we've ever known of Chris Hemsworth outside of the Marvel franchise, there's not much to actually like go on. I think he
Yeah.
did like that
I
sci-fi
mean,
for Netflix.
The
Yeah, and
Extraction? Extraction 2? Come on. Don't dumb me down, Chris.
Okay,
Chris got a
action
couple
adventure.
he did
But
he
the
did
thing
that
is,
weak ass race car movie.
that too.
Are you talking about wait, time out. Hold up a second. No, you're not about to do this right now. Because you talk about the what was that one movie? Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna don't do that. Don't do that. I got you right now because I specifically remembered it wasn't weak. It was a great movie. Don't you disrespect that movie. Chris Hemsworth.
You know what he was good in? He was good in that damn
it was Rush.
Don't
you dare disrespect
Rush.
Weak
was Rush. Rush
don't
was
you
weak.
Rush wow.
Was weak. You know what he was good in though? You know what Chris Hemsworth was good in? That motherfucking was it National Lampoons?
Yes.
Yes. He was actually great in that shit.
The latest National Lampoon's Vacation that came out.
Christina Applegate. Yeah,
yes.
He was
you might as well have just said MIB International was good.
No.
Nah, shitty.
At this route.
Absolutely horrible.
Shitty.
Anyway, Chris, I was standing up for you. Just know if you're watching this ever.
It's all good. It's all good. He's great. He's great. He's a great villain. Like he's a great villain in this Furiosa film. Like I give him that. No, the film's entertaining. I have no qualms with it. Like it is I mean, I don't have anything. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Like it's a good story. It's still keeps that same amount of like silliness in a post apocalyptic world. So it's still like has its humor, but still has great action and great fighting sequences. Yeah, I
give it that.
I enjoy it.
A little bit of background into, of course, the director George Miller, who was the Kickstarter into this Mad Max franchise. As we know it right now, this is the 5th film. Yes. And of course, this is more so the franchise that gave everybody their first glimpse at Mel Gibson.
Yes.
So Mad Max 2, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, pretty much it's almost a detailed trilogy of a world that's gone completely fucking berserk because of societal collapse, oil shortages, the destruction of the environment by humanity, economic ruin, and it gets worse and worse and worse every single movie. So in the beginning, like if you ever watch the Mad Max franchises, you'll see that basically Mel Gibson's character Max is a cop. Yeah, and he's a cop that's basically based in this town trying to just guard oil and chase down a biker gang in the beginning. It ends up in the result in the killings of his wife and his children.
Yep.
And ultimately, the world gets even shittier when you get to Mad Max 2. So then all of a sudden, all these sections start to break out. The wastelands are created, and nothing but desert is starting to basically take over the entire land.
Yeah.
Everybody is fighting for oil. Gangs start to basically form because of the division between people wanting water and people wanting gas.
Right.
In order to fuel the gangs and just feed people and basically just have some type of luxury. And the only luxury they have is what they sustain. It's water and oil. By the time we get to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, of course, we have Tina Turner, who plays the lovely Auntie Entity.
Which I knew her as the actor before I knew her as a singer.
As a singer.
Oh, it's some real shit.
Word. And that was probably like Tina Turner's probably the second film I seen her in, because she was in like the Who's Tommy. It was like a musical and everything like that. Who Run Bartertown? That's right, Mr. Nuff. I see you over there. But literally, you come to realize that the sections that broke off in Mad Max 2 have now become full-fledged towns. So you have the underworld that's basically been created, and all this is based in the country of Australia, continent of Australia, however you want to describe it. It's a country and a continent, you know? So when we get there, The underworld is created, Bartertown is created, and there's the characters that they created for the series, whether it was Master Blaster or Pig Killer, all that Max is trying to get to at this point is some type of sanctuary. And he meets people who want to get to that part as well. But he's more so inclined to help people get there more than he is about saving himself. So there we get to the point where, he helps a couple kids, they fly away, and they start telling stories of the great Max that got them to the sanctuary. And they live in the ruins of Sydney, Australia, and they start just telling all these stories about Max. And then we don't see a Mad Max movie until Fury Road, when we get to the Tom Hardy version.
Yeah.
And of course, we get introduced to Furiosa. We get introduced to Immortan Joe. And we we don't get introduced to the Dr. Dementus yet, but we realize that now you put another singular character in the franchise, and you still have Max, but now you've created Furiosa, and it's kind of like when we get here for this movie, it's another origin story, and it's just as fucking crazy as it was for Max in the beginning of his origin.
Right.
So, as far as spoilers are concerned, and for those of you that had a chance to watch it over the weekend, I'm sorry, but there's a little bit that we're going to reveal here. But Furiosa has had a fucking rough upbringing. And if you watch Mad Max Fury Road, it does allude to a lot of things that pretty much happened in Fury Road. When you're talking about them looking for the green place that they always talk about, which is kind of like a jungle-like place that was in the middle of the desert, that only like a certain amount of people lived. Like I said, everybody was broken up into like these sections. So there was actually a civilization living there that Furiosa grew up in. They had their own vegetation. They had their own water. They had their own lives. You know what I'm saying? So one day, somebody goes there and is doing a little bit of dirt and kidnaps a childlike Furiosa that leads on to this entire charade to where her mother is sacrificed, such and so forth. And then she is adopted by the great Dr. Dementus, who basically Haas alluded to earlier, Chris Hemsworth playing this character of this biker gang. And Chris does a fucking amazing job as a villain. I didn't think he would pull it through, but he did. The nose was fucking weird, but I got over it after a while. Like by the middle of the movie, I'm like, I don't even realize the nose is there anymore.
Right.
Because he's such a sinister character. And I don't think to be honest, if you want to put him as a villain in your movies from now on, do so. But overall, then now both of y'all had a chance to watch Fury Road, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So Immortan Joe, in the beginning, him operating the Citadel, has operation over all the water. But you come to realize that he doesn't have an operation of all the oil that's going to that town. What we didn't come to realize is that, Dementus adopted the wastelands in a almost like a hostile takeover. So maybe that was like something that was happening in the series in the long run that we didn't see from Fury Road.
That's a weird nose.
So in the long run, do you think as far as the conflict between two of these gangster villains in here with Dr. Dementus and Immortan Joe, even though both of them were weird as shit, as far as it played out for Furiosa, how did you think that was going to be managed?
I mean, I'm just going to go based off of Fury Road. Immortan Joe in itself, one, extremely terrifying to me. Still to this day, I can't really watch when he's on the screen. Terrifies the shit out of me. I'm just gonna probably sum out what I kind of just already thought. It's just the movie was just very gun ho on. It's either you kind of one side or the other, right? It wasn't. You never got that essence of somebody was trying to conquer both.
No,
or that could be just again my synopsis. It just kind of going off of my cliff notes that I got over here because I did not watch Furiosa. I kind of find it kind of hard to get if there was that essence of one denominator for both of the aspects. But like I said, if there happened to be one, it'd probably be Mortis Joe for me.
True. Now,
It would-
Haas, what you think of the action scenes in Fury Road?
Oh, I mean, come on, man, that's just top notch.
Again,
That's
what do
to
you
me
think
is like-
Fast and Furious
No, but I'm
gets a
saying
lot of its energy from?
no. That's
No,
a lot.
so
That's a lot of CGI. I'm talking about a lot of stunt shit.
So what do you wait?
They-
If you ask me about the action scenes, like what about it? Like I said.
No, I'm saying like as opposed to a lot of other action movies that have came out over the past 10 years.
Oh,
How would
if you want to
rate a Fury Road. Fury Road.
No, that's why I like it. Like the shit is fucking dope to me. I don't know about y'all.
I was
No,
gonna
that's
say,
just flames to me.
it's definitely
Okay,
very
all
high
right,
octane. It's very high octane.
But-
It's very
but
like
see, we
in your
need-
face.
But we need that because we get a lot of the same stuff. We get a lot of comic book movies. We get a lot of like suspense thrillers and shit like that. Like this, the Mad Max franchise itself is unique. Like you don't really get anything like that. I almost want to say, y'all remember the game Twisted Metal?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I want to
It is.
say
It's kind of like in
Yeah.
there.
they literally bit off of Mad Max, like with the vehicles and all the crazy shit. That's what I heard makes an appearance in the Challenger.
First off, again, Mad Max had that Falcon, the Ford Falcon, Toretto, Dodge Challenger.
Listen.
Excuse me, with Charger, whatever. You know what I was talking about? He's there.
Listen, now that we have canonized
Oh,
the
God.
Fast and the Furious franchise inside the MCU,
And you did it with
now-
Godzilla.
yeah, and we did that too. But because of the MCU, there's possible that the Fast and the Furious universe can portal into the Mad Max universe, right? Now, see, it's these vehicles. They come with American muscle, with imports, and exotic luxury vehicles, and changes the whole game in the Mad Max universe.
They're not trying to hear you,
Mind
House.
blown.
They're not trying to hear you.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hear you.
Yes,
Preach.
I'm just saying.
Preach.
This is the number one thing. One of the top things about the Mad Max franchise is these vehicles going to war.
The war rigs are nuts.
So who
Yes.
would you want to go to war with if it's not the Fast and the Furious family, bro? They survived everything. I told you they've been in space.
Get him.
They've been in space. What makes you think they can't hang with
Oh
these
my God.
fucks that can barely get gas?
And that was light work. Okay.
They're gonna come into this universe gassed up, right? Gassed up, ready to perform, and then they're gonna haul ass out of there and jump into the Godzilla universe.
Boom. Easy enough. And just so you know, for all those that don't, that was in number 4. This is light work for them. So the aspect of them just stealing gas, complete light work. This is nothing compared to what they're about to get themselves involved in. And exactly how E. Bradley said, we don't need oil, we need family.
Wait,
Listen,
he said
listen,
Brian
listen.
O'Connor is Cyclops in another universe.
Yo,
Hold on a second. Hold
It's
on
getting-
a second. Hold on.
it's getting that serious. And then think about it, right? Like they could jump into that universe. They would be gods because they got all the gas, bro. They got all the gas, and they got vehicles that's not all dirty. They're just polished. So they're just gonna. Everybody's gonna look at them like, what the fuck is this?
Said Han is Shang-Chi. That's
And
racist.
clearly Tyrese is Bishop. Tyrese is clearly Bishop. Comes out of
Listen.
nowhere. So there you come on.
No, not
on.
in any world. No, Tyrese ain't
Come
nothing
on.
in no other
Come
world.
on.
Listen, we already listen.
Do we need to pull the audition tape of him doing Django?
Ooh, no, we don't.
Rough.
No, we don't. Yo, I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. This Fast and the Furious universe, they're gonna start to intertwine with all these
No
other
crossovers.
franchises.
Y'all need to
I'm
stop
telling
this.
you. Why not?
Why not believe? Yeah,
No, there is
it's
no belief.
necessary. First off, here you go. Let me just break it down. The movie theaters, as you just said,
are
is
dying.
suffering. They're dying.
And they don't need this.
Yes, they do. This is why they need this. They need outrageousness. Granted, again, Mad Max, Chris Hemsworth's nose, and a whole bunch of, crazy naked chested men flying off of it. All right, cool. It's all right.
Naked chested
But you
men?
need something. Relax with what that's. You're focusing on the wrong thing. They need something to clearly bring us back to the theaters. And that's outside of the realms of comic book movies.
That's blasphemy. Tyrese is static. That's crazy. Go ahead.
But how else would you do something like that than to present maybe some, again, a mesh of
drop it,
something? Okay. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you, Bradley.
No. He's saying I'm
mesh.
sitting here like, yo, drop it, please.
Yo. Nah, but that's Paul Walker talking though. That's Brian O'Connor talking. Drop it,
drop it,
drop it,
drop it.
That's Brian O'Connor.
But that would be my take, because if we're looking at an aspect of why is the movie theater industry dying and stuff like that, it's because it's not necessarily that Hollywood doesn't have, I feel like, maybe the originality, but there's
no more superstars either.
Right.
I mean, that changed. Well, that changed the whole movie star thing. That shit changed
with the MCU.
Because finally, the characters became bigger than the stars, right?
Which is what you want.
When we grew up, it was
Tom Hanks is doing this movie. Let's go see it.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Will Smith's doing this music.
Exactly.
Wild West? Why not? Let's go see it. This is
that movie's terrible.
You chose to go see that.
Yeah,
I
didn't. I made sure not to. I still haven't watched that full movie. So
don't.
And whatever I've seen of it, it's bad, like legendarily bad. But what I'm saying is, the characters are bigger than the actual actors that are playing these characters, right?
Oh, sure.
So here's the thing with Mad Max. Even though it's very entertaining, it's really good, right? This Furiosa movie, per se. The problem is that franchise was popular in the 80s. So that shit is with people around our age, right?
Yeah.
Mid you're talking about like people in their midlife crisis. People in their midlife crisis are fans of Mad Max. You went through they went through the 90s and the 2000s, the 2010s without any Mad Max iterations that was popular, right? Nothing. Then they brought it back. So you don't really have an older fan base. It's not really passed down from generation to generation. What makes Marvel work is because them characters, once you're a little kid, you're watching Spider-Man on Disney. So so you can the Marvel characters can get passed on, and the DC characters, they can get passed on. Transformer characters can get passed on from generation to generation because it starts when you're a kid.
Of course. So you're growing up with your characters.
Yeah, that's even Star Wars.
Yeah, it's kind of like us watching, as we always talk about. We watched Transformers for a few years, and then they gave us the movie, and it was like, oh, you guys are growing up here. Let me just kill Optimus real quick.
Yeah. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, the Mad Max franchise is with people that are going through a bad midlife crisis and older. So listen, we in our 40s now. Come on now.
So let me ask a question.
Yes.
Based off of what you just kind of said there. So does that mean, could there be a resurgence of 80s movies making them, a comeback or a scene? Like, could we expect an E.T. 2? The second.
I would hope not.
No, E.T. There's no way. All right,
so no way.
Another thing.
I would enjoy this reboot of Last Dragon.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Put me in the seats.
Bruce Leroy in the seats.
Let me get the role.
Get Busta Rhymes to play Shonen. But
what? Well, Busta Rhymes on Ozempic? No.
Why not? Why not get Busta Rhymes play? He played
Because
it in
you
his
don't
own
see what
video.
Busta. Yeah, but no, this Busta then, not now. Busta now.
Oh yeah.
Busta-
No. He lost weight.
Busta then.
He lost weight.
Yeah, he's Ozempic'd out. Yeah.
But no.
This
Let's
Ozempic is crazy.
Yo,
This Ozempic is
Ozempic.
But
You know.
so it's hard to bring back franchises in the 80s that's not passed
What up,
down
Biggs?
from generation
Big?
to generation, bro.
No,
because
that's
you're
true.
talking about getting new eyes on something that people might consider like they might consider it outdated. Like I'm not really into this. So who knows? Even though this is good, who knows how many people that are new to the franchise are just like, you know what I'm saying? Like younger kids, stuff like that. Like it's just tough. It's just tough.
Yeah.
So to expect that kind of actually, when you're saying it's tracking to go like 35 mil,
That's
stuff
not
like
bad.
That, it's not. It's just it's not gonna do Marvel numbers, right?
No.
It's not gonna do Avatar numbers.
That
It's not gonna do that.
That's one thing that I wanted to allude to, because there's a lot of people that there's two sides to this. There's a bunch of people that are saying they want to see more original films, and then the original films come and you don't go.
See them. You don't watch them.
You don't even fucking watch them.
You don't watch them.
But then you talked all that shit about Marvel and the monopoly that they were making, and everything that Disney was doing this and doing that. And then all of a sudden, Martin's like, all right, fuck y'all. We're not going to do but 1-2 projects a year. And now y'all talking about, please, Marvel, save the movie industry. Listen, people, we was trying to tell you. Well, what about them trying to bring back G.I. Joe? Them Channing Tatum G.I. Joe movies were god awful.
Yeah, well, yeah,
god awful.
Super trash.
No, it
super
wasn't
trash.
god awful.
Super trash.
I
don't. If they wasn't super trash, I could still watch it.
The only one that I loved was the Snake Eyes Solo movie, and that shit was, nobody watched it.
Nobody watched Snake Eyes Solo. No, that was fire. The Snake Eyes one was fire.
The Snake Eyes movie was flames.
G.I. Joe wasn't even passed down from generation to generation. It really wasn't, because after about 1991. We didn't get any good G.I. Joe animation shows anymore. Like they had Marlon Wayans as Roadblock. You remember that?
Yeah,
shit? Bro, I can't. Yeah, I still can't get over that.
Can't get over that shit.
He was transitioning.
And then look, they killed. First of all, they had Channing Tatum playing.
Tatum was Duke.
He's Duke, bro. He is not Duke.
He was cool.
He was never going to be Duke. Yeah, Duke is Captain America, goddamn.
And this is the thing.
Super serum.
They had Channing Tatum as Duke, fresh off of Step Up. Like he did Step Up 2, and then he did G.I. Joe. I'm like,
even better.
What are we doing?
Better.
So you got him and Marlon Wayans as the two main characters in a G.I. Joe franchise.
Right.
It's not gonna work.
No.
Not gonna have no faith. Y'all had no faith.
We had no faith. That shit was.
And then you know what happened after that? You know what happened after that? You brought The Rock, Dwayne,
and he was even trashing that movie.
Yeah,
y'all
he killed the franchise. It was like, all right, if Channing doesn't really want to do this anymore, we'll kill him off. We'll bring in The Rock. Okay, and he sunk the franchise. And it seemed like there was a point of no end because Cobra already won.
Right,
Cobra did already won. They won. They took over the White House. It was over.
Magic Mike is Duke.
Yeah, like why we have Magic Mike over here stripping for America? Doesn't make any sense.
Dwayne
crazy.
The Rock.
The only
crazy.
I feel like the only casting I liked was General Hawk. That was it. That was the only casting I liked. Right? It doesn't make any sense, man. That and the Baroness. Okay. But they made the Baroness good at the end. Like I didn't like that.
They did.
It's corny.
Okay. So what you're saying is there's a chance that Captain Planet can make a movie.
Yes,
that's what I'm getting out of all of this.
I'm gonna ask you to go reference Don Cheadle as Captain Planet on YouTube right now.
Oh my god, bro! I want a real. That should be a real franchise. That should be a real franchise that we have multiple seasons on, because I will watch that. He is hilarious at Captain Planet, bro. Kick-Ass is awesome.
But this is the thing. As far as an action film, Kick-Ass is a great action film. The Mad Max franchise, we talked about it earlier. We asked it on our IG comments, basically to the fact what we were saying. What is the Mad Max franchise an underrated franchise as far as action films are concerned? Like it doesn't get talked about enough.
It is underrated.
Very underrated.
It is underrated.
They are not bringing Toxic Avenger back. Are we going to have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes too?
Let it happen.
Oh my God!
This big
no.
let that happen.
Killer Tomato.
Listen. They keep trying. Look what they keep trying to do. They keep trying to do Predator and Alien movies, man, and they just don't stick. They just don't stick.
Also true. But the Alien franchises by themselves are flames. The Predator franchise by themselves are flames.
Yeah, but it still doesn't stick. Like they're always like rebooting or coming up. Like it just doesn't stick.
Oh man, but Prey was the shit.
Prey was
tough.
Prey was tough.
No, Prey was really good.
And Predators?
Prey was really good. But what I'm saying is they always, even with the horror flicks, like they kept trying to bring back Freddy, they kept trying to bring back Jason.
Horror movies make a lot of money.
Yeah, but they kept trying to bring them back, and they're always rebooting them.
This
right?
is true.
So it's hard, like that. What I'm saying, if you're trying to make a franchise that is sustainable, right? It's hard to keep trying to tap back into the '80s to try to like use that nostalgia. The nostalgia works when that shit can get passed down from generation to generation, when the kids love it too.
This is true.
Because if the kids want to go to the movies, then God dang it, parents are taking them to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. If the kids don't want to go to the movies, the parents may not just, you know what?
But everybody seems to be bitching about the prices, and then you almost like look at it. Yeah, they make most of their money at concessions. If you just pay for a ticket and you don't get popcorn and shit, what's up, Andre?
What's up,
If you don't get popcorn, don't get water. Sneak shit into the motherfucking movie theater like we used to back in the day.
Who doesn't go to Dollar Tree or Five Below
and load up
before the movie? Yeah, like what are y'all doing? If y'all not doing that,
I support.
You support.
I support.
You're bougie.
Listen, I love you.
Wow.
I love me. Listen, I love me a good popcorn, but I'll go get everything else. I'll get something to drink. I'll get my candy. I'll get all that at the Five Below. I love me some popcorn. I'll grab me some popcorn. That's how I support it. I'll get some popcorn. God damn it. Outside of that, all my snacks and everything, Five Below, Dollar Tree. Don't play around, y'all. Go do that. All right.
It's a goddamn shame.
And if you don't like popcorn, you're good.
So we're almost at the point where we have to wait until like 4 weeks away from Deadpool and Wolverine to where you'll actually see a sustaining amount of money going into the movie business because Marvel's going to save y'all asses.
Yes.
And y'all don't
Which is a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
This is a point you just brought up, the Marvel shit, right? So before Marvel, all right, before Marvel and these DC movies, when they really started to take off, right, before they started to take off, that's when you would see franchises consistently make astronomical money, like the old Spider-Man franchise, like they would make
straight up
800 million, 600 million, shit like that, right? Like that wasn't happening before that. Before that, you had a successful movie if you made 200 million. Like, god damn, that's a blockbuster.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are looking at $400 million making movies worldwide and saying, yo, that shit flopped. I was like, are y'all insane? I remember the days when you made $100 million for your movie and people were like, yo, that shit was the bomb.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that
the Billy was the standard because of Marvel.
Yes. And that's why I say like we get what's the word? What's the word? You get, I don't know why I lost the word.
What, complacent?
Not
normalized.
Not normal. Yeah, but that makes you spoiled. That's the word I'm looking for. We get spoiled because they keep showing us the numbers. This movie did $1 billion. This movie did $2 billion. This movie did $2.9 billion. This movie made 800 million, and that's reality for that.
Right.
that's not really any other movie.
Any other
They're
movie
doing
is
100.
not doing
They
it.
hit it. Yeah.
Look, he said, the first Jurassic Park movie would be a flop today because it only made like $200 million in the movie theater.
That's
Like,
what
you know
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That shit was in the theaters forever.
Forever. Like 8
And,
months, almost a year.
Will Smith owned the summer, owned July 4th for like 3-4 years in a
Independence
row.
Day, you damn right.
Yeah.
And those movies did not come close to what these Marvel and some of the DC and some of Avatar, they did not come close to any of the shit. That shit's not normal.
It's true.
Not normal. You think Arnold Schwarzenegger and his action movies was making anything past 100 million? No. But they were considered blockbusters.
Exactly. Kindergarten Cop probably made fucking $50 million. And they probably was like, 30. That was a solid film.
I was about to say 30. Total Recall, they didn't make all that.
Hell no.
Jingle All the Way did.
Just stop.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like people forget that wasn't the norm.
Yeah.
When we started, but what did that? What raised the bar was these characters that were passed down from generation to generation. The kids want to see Spider-Man.
Finally got some shine because they didn't get shine before.
Yes, they want to see Batman. They want to see Superman. They want to see want to see all these characters, right? And the parents want to see them too. So yes, that's where the money.
And this is the thing: we're only a year away. Like basically last year, almost a month, maybe around like July was when Barbie came out and Oppenheimer came out on the same day. Yes. One made $1 billion, the other one made $800 million.
Yeah,
and they were released on the same fucking day, and they made
go back.
Go
now. Let me break those two movies down, right? All right.
Marketing.
So you got not just marketing though. Barbie was passed down from generation to generation to generation. Parents, grandparents, and kids wanted to go see that movie.
I hope you're about to not make the same argument for atomic bombs.
Right.
No.
I'm trying to see where we're going to go.
I can't believe this.
Atomic bombs have been passed down from generation to generation.
No, what I am going to say, what I was going to say though, that's hilarious. What I was going to say is that there's a history aspect to the film, and it's actually a really good film. So people know, people are aware of the history, right? So they go see the film, but it's also really good. So when as soon as they seen the film, they're telling people, "Oh, you gotta go see this Oppenheimer. Like you gotta go see it. Like you gotta go see it. It's really that good."
The thing is, they were both being released by Warner Brothers, and they decided to combine the marketing campaigns together.
Yeah,
they
and
tried
they
to do the Barbenheimer, like I'm gonna go see it the same day type of shit.
Yeah, they killed it.
And basically Warner Brothers, and we talk shit about Warner Brothers all the time because that's where the DCEU lived for the course of around 12 years, and they're still going to screw up. They screw up shit a lot, but they got that one completely right.
They got that.
And as a matter of fact, WB has actually been doing okay without the DCU because Doom came out and Doom 2 came out during that time. Doom 2 did absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
like they're almost at $800 million right now as far as the movie is concerned.
That's great success.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the last big movie, and that came out January, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, remember, because you just said that that was just that's coming up on 800 million, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Batman vs Superman came out. That shit made
$6.
It was a 6 or 800 million. Either way, that was considered a financial. They thought because they had raised the bar. Marvel had raised
their projections for Batman vs Superman were
they figured they got the two most popular characters of all time.
They thought that shit was going to go to the moon.
And so they went ham on the marketing, and I don't even think they made a profit, but they still was able to manage. It may not have been profit, but they still made at the box office minus whatever they had to do with marketing and shit like that. They still had it still came up with like 600 mils.
They wanted Batman vs Superman to be the first $2 billion movie. They wanted it to
that's
be
what
a
they thought.
$2 billion played movie.
what
Jorge,
they
put that
thought.
last clip up. That last comment. The last one.
What changed?
No, the last one. Jorge, go down. I can't get into doing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not. Listen, Big. I'm not
Big.
I'm not a Doom fan either.
I'm with you, Big.
I never thought it was a bad film. Like I said on the pod before, it's not a bad film. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
Just not a fan. Just not a fan.
It's beautiful ASMR movie, and it's a beautiful.
It's a beautiful ASMR movie. That's
white
fucked up.
noise.
But in all actuality, Furiosa is a really good film. It's underrated. I hope more people see it. But it just doesn't have the generation by generation fan base. So it's really with older people.
Okay.
And they're watching in the 80s. That's what it is. And
well, you know what?
Hopefully it's good enough
I'm glad that
more people are going to get into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, if AT&T owned WB during the Snyder run, then fuck it. I know the reason why I don't have AT&T and I got Verizon for a reason.
Hey,
that's their own motherfucking fault.
Welcome to the dark side.
What Instamello basically said, what changed was corporations started to buy the movie production companies. That is also a fact because now they have more manipulative creative control over shit that's going out. They think they know more about the movie industry than the fans. Fans aren't stupid. You know, they know what they want to go see. Dune is Star Wars on LSD. Stop.
Sounds perfect. Go ahead and talk
about it. No. They drank worm blood. No.
So hold up, man. Ralph, you're back, bro. You're back. You didn't get a chance to finish it with X-Men 97, bro. This is your chance. I just want to sit back and listen to you.
What you think of the finale, brother, man? Come on.
Okay, I was gonna wait to finally get it out, but it was beautiful. Like I took another time to really just rewatch it again, and from just the music score, from how they took like the intro music and like kind of slowed it down, like that was almost all my children soap opera theme music for me. I was like, oh, this is a nice composition. And then it was just from everything, from obviously the whole time skipping and all of itself, like it was really like interesting to me, because at first I didn't really like understand what was happening until I started yelling out apocalypse, because it kept just hinting. I was like, apocalypse. And then when you saw they were in the desert and then you saw the young version of Apocalypse, I was like, holy shit. So obviously lost my mind when I saw that one. Then you had in the future,
he was from Jersey. Yeah, man bun and shit.
What? Did you not see that? That was real 2022. You know what I'm saying? Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach.
Okay. My boy was ready to go, so I said, okay. And then on top of it, right? Then you had Nathan in the future, and then I had to really research to figure out who the older lady was, because I was like, who are you?
It's his sister.
Ended up finding that out. It's a real weird mix on how they're gonna make it make sense, because it's like you got a really old sister.
Yeah, she's from the Days of Future Past timeline.
Super crazy. But all in all, then to the what is it, mid-credit scene or the end credit scene, whatever the case is, bruh. I cannot wait. That's where it's gotten down. I cannot wait for these months to go by. I know we have a whole bunch of stuff, but I am way past to the point where I don't need to wait. Get them down in the basement. Once again, if anyone at Marvel Studios is listening and watching this right now, get your pen and your notes right now. Just give Bo an alter name. He doesn't gotta be there. Just let him in the basement as well. Just give him a
Samuel
surname.
Clemens.
But let
Timothy
him
McSmuggles
this shit moving forward. Okay, he can still cut him a check. It doesn't matter. Cut him his check. Let him write it. This is his baby. Do not touch it, because after season 2, I swear to God, if you take this downhill, I will never forgive you. I will never let you see your family ever again. This is not a threat. This is not a threat. This is just, I'm just trying to let you know that there's certain things in life that we should all appreciate. And this X-Men 97 is something that we all should really, really appreciate. And I appreciated the hell out of it. And I wanted to make sure I had that. So there you go. Boom. That was
happening.
That's what I have.
Bro, bravo to you.
I love it. I love it.
Great.
Yeah, bro.
That was good. That was great.
Your boys bit their whole effing flow. So,
yeah, man, that was
of
great.
course, he said, "Who reached out to the creator of X-Men '97 yet? Was it one of us? It wasn't me.
I will. I'm on it.
I will.
I will. We have.
Okay,
We gotta hit him multiple times. Like it's gonna need to be a team effort. We need to get him on the pod.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look. Dre said he did.
Dre.
Thank you, Andre.
Dre was talking to me. He said he was a little hesitant. He didn't want it to be. He
wanted to be like he's sliding in those DMs. He's gonna slide in those DMs. He was like, "You really should do the Party Nerds podcast." I'm just saying, I wasn't looking at your pictures, but I just want to know if you could. I just want to know if you want to do the Party Nerds podcast. Chill out.
Put a shirt on real quick. Just help yourself out.
Listen. It's for the greater good. We gotta get this man on the pod, bro. Because he's on.
Is this man hitting on me? Should
I every sentence just say no Diddy?
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. We don't even want to tap into all that. We need him on the pod. We don't do nothing.
No static. None.
No nothing. He's God damn, was I the only one that felt some type way that we didn't have a new episode on Wednesday?
I did. That Wednesday,
like, it was weird.
It felt very lonely.
I got used to the anticipation.
Darkness, my old friend.
Yes, that was it. That was it right there. I got used to the anticipation of it. Like, all right, it's Tuesday night. It's coming up. Like,
yeah, I
got used to that.
I wanted to yell in the group.
I actually went to bed early that day.
I did.
I wanted to do that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. See?
Didn't do it.
Yeah.
See how it is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss it. But luckily, what they're talking about as far as like the accolades that this show is going to get, it's already a prediction that, of course, it's going to be best animated feature, best animated show, and that more the obvious as far as like just for a voice acting talent that Lenore Zahn, the voice of Rogue, might actually win as like a best actress.
Give it to her.
Listen,
Rogue.
She was the MVP of this whole series. You know, everybody got shine. Rogue killed shit.
I would have never expected it, and I'm so glad.
Cyclops was dope too.
Cyclops deserves some consideration.
Oh, he top tier. Where's he top
tier? He deserves some consideration.
Look, all right. So if y'all watch The Gentleman on Netflix, Theo James was the voice of Bastion. Bastion was good.
Yes, he was.
Oh my God, he was great.
That's my boy.
Like I said, I heard, and I heard Jeff Goldblum in his voice. Like that was the way he was. Like it was just beautiful. Like he did great.
Even though Sinister had the best comedic lines in there. This bitch is crazy. She unlocked Magneto. Crazy.
Nothing. No.
Come back quick.
Nothing's funnier than Cable coming back to try to warn everybody. Nothing's funnier than that.
They about to
and he just gets
everybody out.
Away.
Why the fuck are y'all still partying? Put the hands down.
Nothing's funnier than that, bro. This motherfucker for like
put a fire alarm on y'all niggas
for like 60 seconds. That's all he had was 60 seconds. To tell everybody to get out.
Except Professor X. Thank you. Exactly right.
Everybody except Xavier doesn't deserve no accolades.
None. He gets a replay of him getting crashed down from space and just come
autopilot.
Autopilot. Realize
I hope I'm not too late.
That was the dumbest line he could have ever said. I hope I'm not too late.
You know you're too late.
Like, your house is burning down.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up, Charles. Shut the hell up.
Yo, that is a great show, man. I'm glad. Thank God we got some shit coming up though with House of the Dragon.
Yeah, we got The
Boys. Week. Oh, I cannot wait for The Boys, bro.
So
like,
we finally get some Star Wars in us next week. As far as Acolyte's going to launch, it's a 2-episode premiere.
Okay.
So if you're into Star Wars, more than likely we're going to be talking about that next week. And then literally in 2 weeks, we not only get The Boys season 5, because the cliffhanger for Boys season 4 and the cliffhanger for Gen V, and then the collusion of all that going into season 5 is going to be phenomenal. House of the Dragon is going to start up again for season 2. And after the cliffhanger that happened at the end of that,
hell yeah,
Lord.
Got anybody got them dragon?
That's true. A little boy. It's horrible.
Dragon. Hate him.
Yep. But
House of Black.
Jorge, We put a couple comments on there for the Mad Max franchise to find out if people agreed that it was an underrated franchise. Do you have that, sir? He said, not really. They barely make any. There's 5.
I like how that one hit the screen like that.
What franchise has 5 action films and they barely make any?
The Transporter was.
Does he not
Well,
know about the Mel Gibson ones?
I think this is what I'm talking about. Maybe people from today, like
don't even realize that there's 3 others.
Beyond that, they probably realize there's 3 others, and they don't care.
Right.
Because think about the trend that was going on about like the NBA back in the 90s. Oh, we're done with the 90s. We're done with the 80s. That little trend that was happening, right? Like this generation of younger folks hate the past, bro. They think everything is trash back then. I'm just trying to tell you. Look, they think everything is trash.
I grew up in an era
Crank that Soldier Boy? That's not trash.
I grew up in an era where we actually like played in abandoned buildings and railroad tracks. Don't fuck with us. We know shit.
Okay. Manhunt.
Oh my god! If Manhunt's not the
mediocre
movie, I don't know what it is.
Fuck out of here! Mediocre movie? Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn.
See, this is the era that's going out to the movies. Go ahead, next one, Jorge. What you got? Either that or the recent Planet of the Apes series. I was just about to say that the Planet of the Apes as a whole is extremely underrated. I agree.
Oh my god!
As an action
James Franco one,
yes.
And
for you said James Franco, good guy.
If people don't want to watch the old Planet of the Apes movies, fine. The ones that were more recent, like they're fantastic. Like you don't even have to get into the old ones. Like these ones that like I want to call. Yeah.
Do I still have to start with Mark Wahlberg?
Definitely not the Charlton.
Not the Mark Wahlberg.
No,
not
that's actually Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, by the way, that you're talking about.
Yeah, Mark.
But the fucking Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes, get your hands off me, you dirty ape. That sounded damn near racist. I was like, hold on.
It was definitely some racist undertones.
I'd say underrated in the sense that it thankfully hasn't been milked to death. We've only 4 main films, a prequel spinoff, 2 video games, a 4-issue comic series connecting Thunderdome and Fury Road, and that's it. That sounds pretty extensive. Compare that to some of the other franchises out there, and the difference is staggering. Okay, it's not a Marvel franchise, but as an action movie franchise, is it underrated?
It's underrated. It's underrated.
Is that all of them, Jorge? He said that's it. But for those of you out there, thank God Ralphie got back from Europe because when we get to the month of June and July, the shit starts to pick up. So like I said,
he could have been stuck out there with Nicki Minaj.
Oh my God.
It's okay, guys.
So,
I know you missed him.
Next week we got Star Wars Acolyte. In the next 2 weeks is the lead up. We're going to be basically doing our Boys and House of the Dragon preview, and then we're going right into those 2. And then from there, the collection of Deadpool and Wolverine saving movie businesses' asses.
Yep.
Butts and
1.5.
1 point might hit 1.5. Might
1.5 billion.
Tickets already started selling.
I've been saying
tickets are already selling the fuck out.
I already been saying it for over a year. 1.5 bill.
Just saying. But as we always say, thank you guys for always tuning in to us. We realize we got our collective core, Biggs, Dre, E. Bradley, Mr. Nuff. All y'all be around. And we appreciate y'all being here. Once again, share and share. Like you can see us every Monday night at 9 p.m. on Facebook, IG, especially here on YouTube at 9 p.m. You can see us on Twitch as well. So go out there and get some of this Party Nerds love that we are extending out to you guys. Thank you for watching. Party Nerds, go.
Party Nerds, Party Nerds.